Hi everyone, Wolf Branch Homestead here with the first video in a series where our goal is to find cookbooks from all 50 states within the United States. All of this got started because of a local church cookbook that my grandfather submitted some recipes to. I cherished that cookbook and I still have it, and I managed to actually find a copy of that exact same cookbook on eBay, and I gifted that to a friend. And it got me to thinking how there are cookbooks out there with very important recipes for family members, friends, maybe something you submitted. And over the years, these cookbooks end up all over the place. And it's really interesting to see where you find them. So we started to pick up cookbooks here and there and list them in our eBay shop. And I realized that it wasn't just for our state, Alabama. We were finding them from all over the place, all these different states. And it's mainly been our state and neighboring ones. But especially after this weekend, we have a lot of different states that we really didn't think that we were going to find. So we're going to start fresh because we do have different states already on our eBay store. So our eBay shop is called Tree Frog Antiques and More. So my goal is to find cookbooks from each of the 50 different states and list those in our shop. And we want to compile them and check off the entire map. And so we're going to start today with showing you some of the ones that we have now. We're starting over fresh again. We've got different ones already on there, but we want to document as we check this map off. So we're going to show you some of the ones that we picked up this weekend. And by the time you see this video, they should all be listed in our store. And all of this again is inspired by the fact that states over, I managed to find this cookbook that had my grandfather's recipes in it. And that would have been a blessing if I needed to find another copy for myself. But it was really lovely to share his recipes with somebody else. And I think it's really special that each of these cookbooks has been compiled with care over all these years. You know, we go through a lot of what we get is the 90s and into the 2000s is kind of the most common range. But all these different years where people's family and friends have submitted into these books, and you never know, there might be a missing recipe that somebody was looking for or some kind of connection to their family where they want to make their recipes. And personally, this has actually happened. I went to an estate sale here pretty locally, maybe 2 years or so ago, and I found a cookbook from all the different churches in the area. And come to find out, a very special family recipe that no one even knew what had actually been submitted was in this cookbook. And it was really nice to be able to find that cookbook and try out the recipe and figure out, this is what we've been looking for. This is the recipe we've been trying to find of hers. So we're going to start by showing you our cookbooks to check off today. So first, this one here is from Alabama, so we have our own state. And then we have a few from around us. So this one right here, we have Illinois. This one is from North Carolina. We have Louisiana. Over here we have Tennessee. This one here, Michigan. This is one I figured would be pretty hard to find, and I actually found it right off the bat. We have Hawaii. Over here we have Georgia and Arizona. Now Hawaii I figured was going to be really hard to find, but actually we've even found Alaska in the past. Now this is, we're just starting fresh. We're just counting these towards our map, but in the past I have actually found one here locally that was for Alaska. So we're starting off really strong. We have 9 of our 50 states already. Make sure to keep following along with us as we go check off all the rest of our states. We have some more from the same group here that are from Alabama. We have a couple more from Georgia and from Illinois, and then we'll keep our eyes peeled and start looking for more while we're out and about. We do have not only these to be listed, again, you should see these live on our eBay shop once this video goes up, but we have a whole other stack to go through, and I can't remember what states those are from, so we might be able to check off a few more from our list of what we can find. And again, we'll try to find like a little map that we can check these off of as we go, but really cool to be able to start this project. And again, this is all inspired by the fact that years and years ago, my grandfather submitted a handful of recipes, and that became a way to hold on to him, cook some of his favorite recipes. There's some that we cook every year, and they're in honor of him, in memory of him. And it feels like a really special connection to be able to make those same recipes that he made and that he submitted, and to follow exactly along with that. So again, look forward to being able to find these, make them available where people can hopefully find some recipes, some long lost recipes, connect to some people through those recipes, or even just add to their collection. You know, it would be cool to have a 50 state cookbook collection yourself. Right now, I don't have the space for that. I do have a few from different states. The one from Alaska I wanted to keep, but we do have a couple other ones, and I think it'd be really neat eventually to have a collection like that for ourselves from all these different states. But for now, this project is going to be listing cookbooks from all 50 states. We hope you enjoyed and that you look forward to finding some other cookbooks with us next time. And until that next video or live stream, take care, everyone.